Welcome to Cherry Blossom Yoga. I'm Robin Dinerman, and this is a half-hour Hatha Yoga class for beginning and continuing students. I hope you're dressed comfortably, nothing tight around the waist, and if you can, join me in all the different movements, the postures. That's fine if you want to sit and watch. Simply join me in the breathing, the deep, deep in-breath and the long, long out-breath done in yoga is especially good for quieting the mind and relaxing the body. So don't feel that you have to do anything. Listen to your body. We're going to be on the floor. You can sit in your chair, on your couch if you want, if you're not able to come down to the floor. So since I'm already here and I'm seated in a comfortable cross-legged position, Sukhasana, I'm going to take my blanket, which is folded, and right at the thickest part of the fold, I'm going to slide that underneath me. And I recommend that to people. Place it right underneath the sit bones, and that elevates your hips and allows the legs to drop down a little bit more. So try the seated posture, Sukhasana, one leg in front of the other. Do it very slowly and very carefully, especially if you haven't been moving around for a little bit. Pay attention to your knees. Notice how your hips feel, how the groin feels. You might lean forward or back just a little bit, very gently, which helps open up the knees. It relaxes the muscles, stretches them out a little bit. So from this posture, we're going to reach forward with the arms shoulder distance apart and pressing the finger pads into the mat or your floor or carpet. You want to get some traction here so you can stretch forward. You will feel this in the knees, the lower thigh muscles, right where the sit bones are. And of course it depends on how you're built and how loose your ligaments are, how elastic your muscles are. Everybody feels it a little bit differently, but as we continue through the class, remember, listen to your body. So sitting up tall, with your fingers, thumb and index fingers together in a yoga mudra, palms down if you wish, palms up, either way. Sit tall, visualize your spine being very, very straight. Reach up through the crown of your head, press down through your sit bones. Let's bring one arm up. It's coming up all alongside of my cheek with the palm turned inward. Breathe in. And breathe out and lean just a bit to the other side, keeping the arm over the cheek. Breathing in place for a moment and then inhaling and returning back to center. Exhaling, the arm floats down, the palm turns down, and the hand returns to your leg. Now the other side, the other arm comes up. You don't have to reach a lot, but it's the alignment that's important. Breathe in and out and leaning. So I'm leaning left and I'm putting a lot of weight on the left side, so I'm trying to keep my right leg down and I'm trying to keep myself from folding forward. So you want the arm over the ear, over the cheek, and you're going to lead from that upper shoulder, breathing in, returning to center, lowering the arm, and resting. Inhaling and repeating. And exhaling, leaning to the side. Take your time going into the posture. And as you breathe into center, take your time returning. Exhaling as the arm floats down and then returns to your leg. The other side, breathing in and out. Into center, out, the arm floats down, and one more time on each side. Breathe in and out. Back to center, release the arm, release your breath, return the hand to your leg, and we complete the movement. Breathing in, leaning, breathing out. Try to keep your gaze forward. I know people tend to look down as they get involved in the movement and focusing on the breath. So try to keep your gaze forward and your chin level. So you may have noticed that there's a little bit of a pull on the side right at your waist as you're leaning to the side. And what you're doing is activating those muscles. It's actually just a little bit of a waist trimming movement. Now, I have my left leg in front and I'm going to reverse, so my right leg is in front now. In yoga, we try to balance everything out, always looking for moderation in what we do and finding the center. So we'll repeat the arm movements, breathing in and out and leaning, gaze forward, arm up in line with the ear, inhaling back and exhaling, floating down, returning the hand to the leg, and inhaling up and leaning, exhaling, inhaling to center, exhaling, and again on each side. So I hope you see the pattern here. You're inhaling to center, exhaling as you release. Inhaling up and exhaling. And bring both arms up, inhaling and going to one side, holding. You can tilt your head just a little, but try to keep the arms alongside the ears. Inhale back to center and exhale to the other side. Back to center, lower the arms, interlace the fingers in front of you. And this is one of the Atlas poses. You're holding the earth, the globe of our planet, in your arms. So relax the shoulders, lengthen the neck, sit tall, breathe in. Now exhaling, slowly turn to one side, keeping the elbows at shoulder height and your arms in this sort of round position, and eyes follow the elbow going back. Inhaling back to center and exhaling to the other side. To center again, breathing in, shoulders relax. Now bring the arms, the hands above your head. Try to pull the elbows back. People tend to go like this. So see if you can relax your shoulders, drop them down and pull the arms back, hands right above your head. The second version of the Atlas pose. Breathe in and out. Think about keeping your back long, the arms out and lifted. Inhale back to center, crossing center line to the other side, exhaling. Back to center again. Release the arms, let them rest. You could shake your fingers out. And then the last three movements we did, we had one leg in front. We're going to reverse it and repeat them. So the other leg comes in front now. Both arms come up, palms facing each other, shoulders drop down, sitting tall. Breathe in and breathe out and lean to the side. Now take a full breath while you're here. We're going to extend this, holding this pose for a moment. And inhale back to center. Exhale as you're going to the other side. Let all the air out. Take a complete breath. And back to center. And release, coming into Atlas again. Sitting tall. Arms at shoulder height. You're holding the earth in your arms. Breathe in. And breathing out, slowly turn the shoulders. You'll feel a twist at the waist. Move your arms back. Try to keep that shape of the roundness of your arms, looking at your elbow, and then come back to center. And exhale, going to the other side. Completing the Atlas pose, hands above your head. Breathe in. And breathing out, lean to one side. Here again, try to keep the shoulders and the elbows pulled back in line with your shoulders. And keeping your gaze forward. Leaning with the upper shoulder back to center, and then leaning to the other side. Back to center once again. Separate the hands. Let the hands drop. Let gravity pull the arms down. Feel the shoulders sink, the shoulder blades as well. And now let's bring the knees up and extend the feet. So with your feet about hip distance apart and beginning with a flex in your foot, we're going to point the toes and straighten the knees, and then flex the feet and bend the knees. Point and straighten, flex and bend. This is all very good for your joints, keeping them flexible. Pointing and flexing. And then a rotation at the ankle. You feeling in your upper thighs. And then reverse. And then we're going to cross right foot over left and then turn the toes out. Left foot over right and the toes turn out. So this is a hip opener. Try not to put any weight on your hands at this point. And then placing your hands inside of the legs, separate your legs into a wide V, and again with the arms shoulder distance apart, press your finger pads into the mat. The toes are pointed upward. And you're reaching and reaching, again a hip opener, opening through the groin, and then walk your hands back and sit tall. Bending, this is my left knee, which would be your right if you're doing a mirror of me. Take this leg, gently turn it outward so the sole of the foot begins looking up, and tuck the toes underneath the other leg, flexing. And we're simply walking in, come down as far as you're able. Try not to let your head drop. You can look at the toes. Don't bring your head way back so you get a crick in your neck. And then reach a little bit more. And come back, walking the hands back up the leg. Turn to the folded leg. Place your hands on top of the thigh. Sit tall. Take a really deep breath. And then exhale, twisting. This is my left leg. I'm looking over my left shoulder. My right foot is still flexed. And come back to center and exchange legs. So, tucking the toes of this foot under the thigh. This is my left leg that's extended now. I'm going to walk the hands down and just sink into this direction toward the foot, down the leg. Check your shoulders, no scrunching them up under your ears. And let this bent leg sink down. You don't need to use any muscles right now. The only muscles I'm using are my hand. I'm giving myself just a little bit more of a stretch than I'd get if I would relax my hand. And then walk your hands back up, come to center, breathe in, and breathe out, turning to the opposite side, looking over the shoulder, shoulders down, neck long, eyes look over the shoulder. When you let that last little bit of air out, you can feel the rib cage turn just a little bit more. And now inhale, come back to center, and extend the legs out. So I have my hands on my toes. If you can't reach here, that's fine. If you're in a chair, you can separate your knees. But the movement goes like this. Palms up together in prayer position above the head. Turn toward one foot, reach for the toes, open the arms. So again, you have a hand on each foot. Inhale up, palms together, and exhale as you turn and bring the hands down to the other foot. Arms open, up, turn both hands down to one foot, arms open, up, turn both hands down to the other foot. This becomes a movement which is very, very relaxing, calming, and if your mind is on your movement and your breath, then all the extraneous thoughts of the day are no longer jumping around in the forefront of your mind. And we're completing this movement and coming back into a comfortable seated position. One of my favorites is called the yoga body roll, and I haven't done it in this class in a long time. You have the fingers, index fingers and thumbs together, hands resting lightly on the knees. You begin by sitting tall. Now I'm going to use the direction I'm moving because if I try to describe it in reverse, I will truly get confused. So, breathing in, breathing out, letting a little air out at a time, right ear to right shoulder, dropping down to the right, right elbow to the floor, right ear over the right hand to center, and we're shifting weight over to the left side. Left ear over left knee, left ear over shoulder, and you've completed one yoga body roll. Breathe in, right ear to shoulder, elbow to the floor, right ear over the knee, coming as far forward as you can, leaning to the left, left ear to left shoulder, and you continue around. Exhaling down, inhaling up, and one more time around. Pause, breathe, sit tall. You might feel your heart's beating a little faster, or you can feel that your muscles have warmed up. Maybe you're sitting taller. Just notice the difference in how you feel. There's no one way you need to feel right now, but it is good to observe. We're going to reverse the direction. And let's reverse our legs too. So whichever leg was in front, bring it behind, and we're going to breathe in. And now the other direction, left ear to left shoulder, left elbow to the floor, face over the floor, leaning to the right. Right elbow to the floor, right ear to the shoulder, and you've completed one yoga body roll. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in as you come up and breathing out as you go down. In, leaning right and up, out, leaning left and down. Come back to center, pause with your hands at your heart, close your eyes, sit tall, pull the cool, dry air up into your nostrils, down your throat. Let it fill your belly. And when you breathe out, pull your navel back. Let all the old, stale air out. Notice how the shoulders and shoulder blades sink down as the rib cage contracts. Increasing the oxygen in your blood, which travels to every cell of your body, and removing waste and toxins, refreshing, renewing, and cleansing your body.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Welcome back to Cherry Blossom Yoga. We're going to come down to the floor, and if you're able, come join us. We have just a few more minutes before we do a little bit of relaxation. So while you're on your back, push my towel away. Bring the heels in close to your seat, arms alongside of your body, and notice there's a natural curve to your spine right at the waist. It lifts up. We're going to breathe in, deep breath in, and then pressing the feet into the floor, pulling the navel down, pointing the tailbone up. You'll feel your waist flatten, pressing gently, and it should feel comfortable, to the floor. Inhaling, the natural curve returns. Exhaling, the feet press, the tailbone points up, the waist flattens, the belly pulls down. So you're actually doing a little bit of tummy toning, but what's important here is that you are massaging the whole lower back area and flexing the spine just a little bit. So on your next in-breath, raise your chest up a little, roll the shoulders back, the palms will turn up naturally, and the blades will flatten to the floor. We're going to rest for just a moment and receive the benefits of the deep breathing, the postures, focusing on the body and the breath. So continue your deep breathing. Let your eyes close. Feel your eyes sink down into their sockets. Press your tongue against the roof of your mouth. And then release the tension so that the muscles around your eyes and ears soften. Your tongue floats in your mouth. Your chest is lifted and open. And your breath flows in and out of your body easily and naturally, effortlessly. Move your fingers. Move your toes. Let go of any remaining tension. And if you wish, you can stretch your legs out. And if you wish, you can stay like this throughout the end of class and beyond if you're able. So at this time, we're going to walk the feet a little to the side, roll on to the side, and rest your head on your arm. Bring your knees in so you're almost in a fetal position. And this is a good way to let your awareness return to your body, to your breath. And some of you, I would suspect, have pulled your socks back on or put a blanket on top of you, because your body temperature does drop during the relaxation period. Continue your deep breathing, and then using your top hand, let your head hang down. Slowly walk your hands back to your body. Return to the front and come into a comfortable seated position. Try to do just a little bit of yoga every day. You'll receive many benefits. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling wonderful and that you can carry that feeling with you into your day, into your week, and into your life. Namaste.